Did you know that intimacy doesn't just keep the passion alive but also helps to strengthen the bond between you and your partner, especially in later life? In today's video, we'll dive deep into 10 things older couples should never do during intimacy. Stay tuned, because these secrets could transform your relationship and keep the love alive for years to come. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, give us a like, and let us know where you're watching from in the comments below. We'd love to hear from you. As we grow older, the dynamics of relationships evolve, but one truth remains constant. Intimacy is a crucial aspect of any lasting bond. However, for older couples, navigating intimacy requires understanding and adjustments due to physical, emotional, and hormonal changes. In this first part, let's explore the importance of maintaining a fulfilling intimate relationship even in later years. It's essential to realize that intimacy isn't solely about physical connection. It's a deep emotional bond that nourishes both partners. Many couples experience a decrease in sexual drive or face physical challenges, but that doesn't mean intimacy should fade into the background. Why does intimacy matter as we age? Research shows that couples who maintain intimacy through regular touch, affection, and open communication are more likely to experience greater satisfaction in their relationship as they age. Intimacy plays a role in reducing stress, boosting mental health, and enhancing overall well-being. It can also contribute to a sense of closeness and connection, preventing feelings of loneliness or isolation, which are common in later life. The impact of age on intimacy. With age comes change. Physical changes like decreased mobility, hormonal shifts, or discomfort can impact intimacy, but these challenges shouldn't be a barrier to love. Instead, understanding these changes and adjusting your approach to intimacy can lead to a more fulfilling and rewarding connection. Here's the thing. Many couples mistakenly believe that intimacy must look the same as it did in their younger years. However, intimacy can evolve and adapt to suit your current needs, allowing for a deeper emotional connection rather than focusing on purely physical aspects. This shift opens the door to more meaningful interactions, where closeness, affection, and trust take center stage. As we move into part 2, let's address the first critical mistake that many older couples make during intimacy: neglecting open communication. The importance of communication in intimacy. Communication is the cornerstone of any healthy relationship, and this is especially true when it comes to intimacy. As couples grow older, the physical changes they experience can create a barrier if communication isn't open and honest. Whether it's discussing comfort levels, desires, or concerns about health issues, maintaining an open dialogue can make a world of difference. Sadly, many older couples tend to avoid discussing their needs and feelings regarding intimacy. This can stem from a fear of embarrassment, discomfort, or the misconception that it's too late to make adjustments. However, avoiding these conversations can lead to feelings of resentment, frustration, or emotional disconnection. Intimacy at any stage of life should be a two-way street, where both partners feel heard, understood, and valued. How to improve communication. To prevent this pitfall, it's essential to foster an environment of mutual respect and understanding. Here are some ways older couples can improve communication about intimacy. Be honest about physical changes. As we age, we may experience things like reduced libido, erectile dysfunction, or pain during intimacy. Rather than keeping these issues bottled up, discuss them openly with your partner. Expressing concerns and seeking solutions together can alleviate frustration and allow you both to navigate these changes more comfortably. Listen without judgment. Communication isn't just about talking, it's about listening too. Be an active listener when your partner shares their feelings, worries, or desires. Show empathy and understanding, and avoid making them feel self-conscious about their concerns. Create a safe space for vulnerability. Intimacy isn't only physical, it's emotional too. Create a safe space where both of you can be vulnerable with each other. This vulnerability fosters deeper emotional connections, making the physical aspects of intimacy even more meaningful. Why this matters? Without effective communication, misunderstandings can arise. One partner may assume that the other isn't interested in intimacy, when in fact they may be hesitant to bring up their discomfort or changing needs. Over time, this lack of communication can lead to emotional distance and dissatisfaction in the relationship. Conversely, when couples communicate openly, they can address concerns before they become bigger issues, ensuring that both partners feel supported and respected. This will help build a stronger emotional and physical bond, which is crucial for maintaining intimacy well into later years. In this section, we're diving into the second mistake that many older couples make during intimacy: ignoring physical comfort. As we age, our bodies change, and so does our approach to intimacy. The key to sustaining a fulfilling relationship in your later years is recognizing and addressing these changes, rather than ignoring them. Understanding the role of physical comfort. As we get older, there are a variety of factors that can affect physical comfort during intimacy. These can include chronic pain, reduced flexibility, arthritis, or conditions like heart disease. However, these changes don't mean intimacy should be sacrificed. In fact, being attuned to your partner's physical comfort is more important than ever. Ignoring discomfort or pushing through physical limitations can lead to unnecessary pain, frustration, and even injury. Many couples may not realize that their desire to maintain the same level of intimacy as before can lead to problems if they aren't mindful of these changes. It's crucial to adjust positions, explore new forms of touch, and communicate about what feels right or wrong. How to prioritize comfort. Here are some helpful strategies to make intimacy more comfortable and enjoyable, even as physical challenges arise. Experiment with new positions. Traditional positions may not be the most comfortable for older couples. Experiment with positions that provide better support and comfort, such as lying side by side or using pillows to provide extra support. These adjustments can help reduce strain on the joints and muscles, allowing both partners to enjoy intimacy without discomfort. Use lubricants. For many older women, menopause can lead to vaginal dryness, making intimacy uncomfortable or even painful. Using a lubricant can help alleviate this issue, ensuring a smoother and more pleasurable experience. It's important to choose a lubricant that's compatible with your body and doesn't cause irritation. Take your time. Rushing intimacy can increase physical discomfort. Instead, take your time to relax and enjoy the process. Focus on gentle touches, slow caresses, and moments of affection that aren't solely about the physical act but about the emotional connection as well. This approach can help alleviate any physical strain while still fostering intimacy. Address chronic pain or health issues. If you or your partner suffer from chronic pain or health conditions, it's important to discuss them openly. Talk to a doctor about how these conditions might affect intimacy and seek advice on how to manage discomfort. There are often physical therapies, medications, or other treatments available that can improve your comfort level during intimacy. Why this matters. Prioritizing physical comfort allows both partners to feel more at ease and can enhance the overall experience. If you're uncomfortable, it's hard to fully engage in the intimate moment or feel emotionally connected. On the other hand, taking proactive steps to ensure comfort can make intimacy more enjoyable and sustainable. A relationship based on understanding and mutual care is far more fulfilling, and both partners are more likely to feel close and satisfied. By making simple adjustments to your approach, intimacy can remain a joyful and rewarding part of your relationship, without the strain and discomfort that sometimes come with age. As we move forward in our series, let's address the third critical mistake older couples often make during intimacy: failing to prioritize emotional connection. While physical comfort is important, emotional intimacy is the foundation that supports everything else. In fact, it's the emotional bond that makes physical intimacy truly meaningful and satisfying. The role of emotional intimacy. As we age, our relationships naturally shift. The focus on physical attraction and sexual performance may diminish, but the emotional connection should continue to grow stronger. In fact, for many older couples, intimacy becomes more about the shared experiences, emotional closeness, and trust they've built over the years. When emotional intimacy takes a backseat, couples may feel more distant, disconnected, or even lonely despite being physically close. Intimacy is as much about being emotionally present with your partner as it is about physical pleasure. In this stage of life, emotional intimacy becomes the driving force behind sustaining a fulfilling relationship. Without a deep emotional bond, even the most physically satisfying experiences can feel hollow. So, let's explore how to keep the emotional connection alive and thriving. How to strengthen emotional intimacy. Here are some key ways to foster emotional intimacy with your partner. Prioritize quality time together. As life gets busier, it can become more difficult to carve out time for one another. However, spending quality time together, whether it's talking, enjoying hobbies, or simply relaxing, reinforces the emotional connection. Intimacy is more than just a bedroom activity. It's about being emotionally present with each other in every part of your life. Share your feelings and vulnerabilities. Emotional intimacy deepens when both partners feel comfortable sharing their feelings, fears, and dreams. This includes opening up about your emotional and physical needs. Vulnerability creates a sense of trust and helps to forge a deeper bond, which is especially important as we grow older and face new challenges. Express affection outside the bedroom. Affection doesn't have to be confined to the bedroom. Small gestures of love, like holding hands, cuddling, or simply saying "I love you," can strengthen your emotional connection. These acts of tenderness remind both partners that the emotional bond is just as important as the physical one. Practice active listening. Often we focus on what we want to say instead of truly listening to our partner. Active listening means focusing on your partner's words and responding with empathy. This type of listening allows both partners to feel heard, valued, and understood, strengthening emotional intimacy. Support each other's individual growth. As we age, we continue to change. Supporting your partner's personal growth, whether it's pursuing new hobbies, taking on new challenges, or managing health changes, helps both of you grow individually and as a couple. This support fosters mutual respect and strengthens the emotional bond between you. Why this matters? When couples fail to prioritize emotional intimacy, they risk creating distance between themselves, even if the physical connection remains intact. This emotional disconnection can lead to feelings of isolation, dissatisfaction, and even frustration. On the other hand, when emotional intimacy is nurtured, it creates a strong foundation that supports both the physical and emotional aspects of intimacy. Emotional intimacy also makes intimacy more rewarding. It transforms physical acts into meaningful, deeply connected moments that enrich the relationship. As we age, it's the emotional connection that often sustains and deepens the relationship, allowing the couple to enjoy a richer, more fulfilling bond. As we conclude our series, let's tackle the final and perhaps most significant mistake older couples make during intimacy: not adapting to changing needs. As time passes, both you and your partner will undergo physical, emotional, and psychological changes that impact intimacy. The key to sustaining a passionate and fulfilling relationship as you grow older is adapting to these changes rather than resisting or ignoring them. The importance of adaptation. Intimacy is not static, it evolves as we do. In our younger years, we may focus heavily on physical attraction, sexual performance, and excitement. However, as we age, our priorities may shift. Hormonal changes, reduced energy levels, and even medical conditions can alter the way intimacy looks and feels. But this doesn't mean that intimacy needs to fade away, it just needs to evolve to suit your new circumstances. The inability to adapt to these changes is often what causes couples to feel disconnected, dissatisfied, or even frustrated. Many older couples continue to expect their intimacy to remain the same as it was when they were younger, which can lead to disappointment. Instead, embracing the natural progression of intimacy allows you to find new ways to connect, build closeness, and maintain a fulfilling relationship. How to adapt to changing needs. Here are some strategies for adapting to changes in intimacy as you age. Acknowledge physical changes together. Aging often brings physical changes such as a decrease in libido, physical discomfort, or even erectile dysfunction. Instead of letting these changes create tension, discuss them openly with your partner. Acknowledging these changes together helps reduce any sense of shame or embarrassment and makes it easier to navigate these challenges as a team. Focus on emotional and sensory stimulation. As the body changes, it may take longer to become physically aroused or more effort may be required for sexual satisfaction. This is a natural process. Instead of focusing solely on physical performance, focus on other aspects of intimacy that can be just as fulfilling, like emotional connection, sensory experiences such as massage, touch, or cuddling, and deepening your bond in new ways. These can be just as satisfying and meaningful as physical intimacy. Be open to new forms of intimacy. Intimacy doesn't always have to mean sex. As couples age, the ways in which they connect can evolve. Exploring new forms of intimacy such as engaging in activities together, practicing deep conversation, or simply spending quality time together, can help maintain closeness and affection. Seek professional guidance. If physical or emotional changes are affecting intimacy in your relationship, seeking guidance from a healthcare professional or a therapist can be incredibly helpful. A doctor can help with managing any physical issues, while a therapist specializing in relationships or sexual health can offer advice on how to maintain intimacy in a way that feels comfortable and fulfilling. Maintain flexibility and patience. Finally, it's essential to remain patient and flexible with yourself and your partner. There will be times when intimacy may not happen in the way you expect or hope. That's okay. The key is to continue adapting to each other's needs and finding new ways to enjoy your connection. Why this matters? When couples fail to adapt to changing needs, it can create a sense of frustration and disconnection. Expecting intimacy to remain the same despite physical and emotional changes can lead to disappointment, tension, and even resentment. However, when couples embrace change and view it as an opportunity for growth, they can discover new ways to stay connected and fulfilled. Adapting to the changing nature of intimacy allows couples to keep their bond alive and strong, ensuring that love continues to flourish, even as the years go by. It fosters a sense of unity, understanding, and patience, qualities that make a relationship not only last but thrive. Conclusion. As we conclude this series on maintaining intimacy in later years, I hope you now have a deeper understanding of the importance of adapting and nurturing your relationship. Intimacy isn't just about physical connection. It's about evolving together, communicating openly, and being attuned to each other's needs. By avoiding common mistakes and focusing on emotional and physical comfort, you can create a lasting and fulfilling bond that grows stronger with time. Remember, intimacy is a journey, not a destination. As you continue to grow together, always cherish the love, respect, and understanding you share. Keep the conversation going, keep adapting, and never stop exploring new ways to connect with your partner. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this series, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more insightful content. I'd love to hear your thoughts, experiences, and questions in the comments below. Let's keep learning and growing together. Take care, and may your relationship continue to thrive with love and joy for many years to come.